Hello friends, good morning to all the students. Welcome to Affairscloud Learn to Lead. Today we will discuss very important current affairs of 20th of Jan 2022. You can see two best images of the day, but today we will discuss very important and the most important current affair. So watch this video till last. But I am requesting you all the students that you have to download our application Careers Cloud from the description box link. After that, log in with the email ID, then click on this Crack Current Affairs section to subscribe our current affairs for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low. But how we are covering this current affair? We are providing you daily section. In the daily, you will see three things. One is detail, second is question and answer format, and third is the quiz section which you can attempt on our application on daily basis. Next is the weekly section. Again, you will receive three things. One is detail, second is question and answer format, and third is the quiz section which you can attempt on our application on weekly basis. Most important section is the monthly, and we are providing 4 type of PDFs. One is detail, second is question and answer format, third is best 100 current affair, that is also provided in the form of question and answer, and fourth one is pocket PDF. It means 2-liners and the 3-liners current affair will be provided to you so that you can revise these current affairs in quick format before your exam. But to enhance your performance further, we are providing 20 most important topic-wise PDF. It means if you want to cover one particular topic, then you can use this topic-wise PDF. If you are a banking student, we are providing 3 things. One is detail, second is question and answer format, and third is the quiz section. But all these 3 things are only related to banking and economy. And you can attempt this quiz only on our application on monthly basis. If you want to cover all the past current affair of 2021 just from single PDF, then you can use this exam PDF. We are providing detailed budget and economic survey. Expected question and answer will be provided to you so that you can recall that examiner can make these type of questions from budget and economic survey. If you are appearing for your respective state exam, then we are also providing you state current affair, and we are covering every state and union territory. So all these things comes under only one subscription. You have to just download our application Careers Cloud from the description box link. After that, log in with the email ID, then click on this Crack Current Affair section to subscribe our current affairs for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low. But if you are a new student, you are just starting your preparation, then I am advising you to subscribe for 2 years. And we are providing 10% extra discount on both subscriptions if you use this code ASH10. And if you have any query, you can email us or you can call us on this number or email ID. So let's start 20th of Jan 2022 current affairs. But first of all, you have to like this video. You have to share this video as maximum as possible, and please subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform, and join our Telegram group from the description box so that you can receive all the notifications. So here is the first question in the most important section. Who is appointed as the chairman and managing director of Air India? So that's why this question is very important, because we are talking about Air India. And answer of this question is Vikram Dev Dutt. So answer of this question is B. So the appointment committee of the cabinet, which is chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has approved the appointment of Vikram Dev Dutt, who is 1993 batch IAS officer, as the chairman and managing director of Air India. But you can also remember that Vikram Dev Dutt will succeed Rajiv Bansal. Earlier, this position was with Rajiv Bansal, who was the secretary under the Ministry of Civil Aviation and who was holding the additional charge of Air India, chairman and managing director. So earlier, this position was with Rajiv Bansal, but now Vikram Dev Dutt replaced Rajiv Bansal. And you can also remember about that in October 2021. In October 2021, the Competition Commission of India approved the acquisition of 100% equity shares of Air India as well as Air India Express by Thales Private Limited. Thales Private Limited, which is a subsidiary of Tata Sons, or you can say investment holding company and the promoter of Tata companies, and they purchased this Air India at a cost of 18,000 crore. So remember all the things about Vikram Dev Dutt. So you can see here the picture of Vikram Dev Dutt, who is appointed as a new chairman and managing director of Air India. Most important question, because recently Air India is acquired by Tatas, and it is a Tata subsidiary which is known as Thales Private Limited. But you can also remember the other options here like A, C and D. Like first U option, Atul Kumar Goyal. He was recently appointed as MD and CEO of Punjab National Bank. Punjab National Bank. Next is Soma Shankar Prasad. Recently appointed as MD and CEO of UCO Bank. Again, very important appointment. Next is Vasudevan PN. He was recently appointed as MD and Chief Executive Officer of Equitas Small Finance Bank. Very important appointments. Moving to next question. who is elected as a new president of the European Union Parliament? Again, most important question, because we are talking about most important organization, which is European Union Parliament. And answer of this question is Roberta Metsola. So answer of this question is D, and she belongs to Malta. She belongs to Malta. So Roberta Metsola from Malta was selected as a new president of European Union Parliament, and you can also see her picture, Roberta Metsola, and she is also the youngest ever president and the third woman to head the European Union Parliament. Why president changed? Because David Sassoli ji recently died. That's why she succeeded David Sassoli. And she was the first elected as a member of European Parliament in 2013, representing Malta, and become the first vice president of the European Parliament in November 2020. And you can also remember that Roberta, a 43-year-old politician from the European Union, smallest nation, Malta. And very important organization here is European Union Parliament. And European Union is a political and the economic union of the 27 member countries located primarily in the Europe. And the European Union is a single market that trades globally and between its member countries. But you have to remember, European Union headquarters is in Brussels. So remember, Roberta Metsola. She is appointed as a new president of European Union Parliament. But you have to remember the other options here. Like first you can see Catherine Russell. She was recently appointed as head of United Nations Children Agency, which is known as UNICEF. So you have to remember this, very important. Next is Eva Andersson or Eva Magdalena Andersson. She was appointed as the first female Prime Minister of Sweden. First female Prime Minister of Sweden. Next is David Sassoli. We already told you that he was the former president of the European Union Parliament. He recently passed away. So that's why this question is most important. Moving to next question. Who has been appointed as the 17th chairman of very important organization, Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative, or which is known as IFFCO. So the board of directors of the Indian Farmer Fertilizers Cooperative Limited has elected Dilip Sanghani. So answer of this question is C, Dilip Sanghani or Dilip Sanghani, the former cabinet minister of the Gujarat, and he was appointed as the 17th chairman of the IFFCO or Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative. And he has been serving as the vice chairman of this organization since 2019. And the elections were held following the demise of incumbent chairman Balwinder Singh Nakai. So recently Balwinder Singh Nakai died. So that's why this position was vacant, and now this position was filled with the name of Dilip Sanghani. And remember this organization, this is very important, Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative. It is one of the India's biggest cooperative society, which is fully owned by Indian cooperatives. And chairman, I already told you, it is Dilip Sanghani. And you can also see here the picture of Dilip Sanghani. And remember, important keyword here is he was the former cabinet minister of Gujarat government. That's why this position is very, very important. But you can again here see three options. Arvind Kumar, you can see. He was recently appointed as Director General of very important organization of Government of India, which is known as STPI. STPI stands for Software Technology Parks of India. Next is Sanjeev Mehta. He was recently appointed as President of FICCI. President of FICCI. It is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Next is Mohit Jain. He was recently appointed as President of Indian Newspaper Society. Indian Newspaper Society, and he is appointed for the time period of 1 year, like for 2021 to 2022. So remember these things. Now we are moving to the very important question section. But first of all, you have to like this video, share this video as maximum as possible, and please subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform, and join our Telegram group from the description box link so that you can receive all the notifications. Here is the question. Who was chosen as the winner of Mrs. World 2022? Don't confuse it with Miss World. We are talking about Mrs. World 2022. And answer of this question is Shaylyn Ford. So A is the answer. So Shaylyn Ford belongs to United States of America, was chosen as the winner of Mrs. World 2022. You can also see the picture of Shaylyn Ford, who wins the Mrs. World title of 2022. And she is a professional makeup artist. You have to remember, makeup artist by profession, and she also serves as a charitable director and performs volunteer services for the poor families. So you can also see here, Shaylyn Ford is a 37 years old contestant, represented America in the pageant and fought with 57 contestants, and she became the 8th American woman to win this title as a Mrs. World. And in 2021, she won an annual Mrs. America pageant title also. But you can also see other options here, like first one is the Manasa Varanasi, very important name here. She was recently won a title of VLCC Femina Miss India World. Remember, VLCC Femina Miss India World 2022. Miss World 2020, not 22, 20. Harnas Sandhu, very important name. I think all the students know. She was recently awarded with or crowned with Miss Universe 2021. Adeline Castellino, she was awarded with Miss Universe 2020. So examiner can ask 2020, 2021. Harnas Sandhu is very famous and this question will definitely come. And Manasa Varanasi, remember VLCC Femina Miss World 2020 and Shaylyn Ford Mrs. World 2022. So there are some keywords so that examiner can make any question so you can answer very well. So remember these keywords. Moving to next question. SEBI, or you can say Securities Exchange Board of India, launched which mobile application for the investors' education and the awareness of the investor? So Securities and Exchange Board of India launched a mobile application which is known as Sarthi. So answer of this question is B, and it is based on the investors' education and it is launched in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So you can see here, SEBI launched Sarthi mobile application for the investors' education, and the Sarthi app aims to create awareness and provide education to the investor about the basic concepts of the security market. And the Sarthi application is available in Hindi as well as in English, and the Android and you can say iOS versions of the application can be downloaded from the Play Store and the App Store respectively. And it will provide knowledge about the know your customer process, trading and settlement, mutual funds, market developments, investor grievance redressal mechanism, and the other basic things about the security market. So this application will be very useful for the investors who want to know about the security and who want to know about the trading. So this is the Sarthi application. You have to remember the name of the application only. And remember about SEBI here. SEBI was established in 1988 and it becomes statutory body in 1992. It means SEBI Act came into force in 1992. Its head is Ajay Tyagi and its headquarters is in Mumbai. Moving to next question. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship signed a memorandum of understanding with whom to strengthen the vocational and technical training framework. So this ministry signed agreement with one institution and it is to strengthen the vocational as well as the training or technical training framework, and this institution is IGNOU. So answer of this question is B. And what is the meaning of IGNOU? It is Indira Gandhi Open University. So remember it is B. And this MOU is on the lines of Sustainable Development Goal number 4. What is the Sustainable Development Goal 4? It is increase the number of people with relevant skills for financial success. So you can see here, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship signs a MOU with IGNOU to link vocational education and the training with the higher education. And the MOU is on the lines of Sustainable Development Goal number 4. We already covered this question, and the main aim to link vocational education and training with the higher education, making India youth employable. And it is also a part of the national education policy of 2020. And under this partnership, you have to remember 32 NSTIs. NSTI stands for National Skill Training Institutions, more than 3,000 government ITIs, 500 PMKKs, what is the meaning of this? Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendras, and nearly 300 JSS, it means Jan Shikshan Sasthan, will join hands with the IGNOU as a registration center, examination center, and the work centers for hands-on hand training. It means you can say the training or vocational training will be provided at these centers, which are very important part of the Indian government. So the partnership will benefit for the trainees attached to the national skill training institutions, industrial training institutions, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendras, or you can say Jan Shikshan Sansthans, as it enables them to attain higher education for better livelihood opportunities. And student can join the 3-year degree program at IGNOU, and IGNOU will provide all the necessary support through its 21 schools of studies and 56 regional centers for successful implementation of this scheme. And it will also provide self-learning material in the digital form. So you have to remember the keyword here, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship signs MOU with the IGNOU so that they can link vocational education and the training with the higher education, and it is also one of the agenda of National Education Policy of 2020, and all the material will be provided in the digital form. So this is Indira Gandhi Open University. Now we are moving to the next question. Which company has signed a contract with the Mauritius government to export one advanced light helicopter? So Indian government, or you can say the company which belongs to the Indian government or the Ministry of Defense, signed an agreement so that they can export one advanced light helicopter to the Mauritius government. And this company is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. So answer of this question is D. So you can also see here the contract is in the line with the vision of the Indian government to boost the defense exports to friendly foreign countries. And this ALH MK-III is a multi-role, multi-mission, versatile helicopter in the 5.5 ton category. You don't have to remember the specifications. You have to just remember that advanced light helicopter will be exported to Mauritius, like BrahMos. Like BrahMos missile will be exported to Philippines, and Philippines is the first country who will purchase BrahMos from India. And Mauritius already operates this advanced light helicopter and do 228 aircraft built by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. And it will definitely ensure the healthy serviceability of the helicopter. HAL ensures technical assistance and the product support to the customer. But you can also remember about Mauritius here. Mauritius president is Prithviraj Singh Rupun, and the capital is Port Louis, and currency is Mauritian rupee. But you have to remember about Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. It comes under Ministry of Defense and its headquarters is in Bengaluru. Moving to next question. Which Bank and Equirus Wealth has launched a US dollar offshore fund for their customer? So the keyword here is US dollar offshore fund, and this Bank and Equirus Wealth signed an agreement so that they can launch this fund for their customers. So it is very, very important, but first of all you have to remember what is offshore fund. Offshore funds, often referred as the international fund, are fund schemes that make investment in the international market and the multinational companies. And if an Indian resident wishes to invest in the offshore fund, he or she could invest only in the Indian rupee. And offshore funds are required to comply with the mutual fund guidelines provided by the Securities and Exchange Board of India as well as the Reserve Bank of India. So remember this, what is offshore fund? And this bank is Federal Bank. So answer of this question is B. So you can see here Federal Bank and Equirus Wealth jointly launched this USD fixed maturity fund. And it is only for the customers of the Federal Bank, either resident or the non-resident, could invest in the fund. And it offers a portfolio return guidance of almost 6.50 USD percent per annum with a fund tenure of 3 years from the date of fund closure with an option to extend by 1 year. It means total interest will be given as 6.50, or you can say 6.5 USD percent per annum. And remember, the portfolio is managed by the highly skilled team with a cumulative experience of over 70 years in managing investment of over 50 billion USD. And the fund has been jointly designed with the inputs from the Equirus and the Federal Bank team. But here the bank is very, very important, the Federal Bank. So remember, it was established in the year of 1931 and its headquarters is in Eluva. Eluva is in Kerala, and its MD and CEO is Shyam Srinivasan, and tagline is your perfect banking partner. Your perfect banking partner. Moving to next question. Who is appointed as ambassador of Universal Acceptance Steering Group? So just remember the question as same as in slide, and new ambassador is Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Who is Vijay Shekhar Sharma? The founder of Paytm. So that's why this person is very, very important. So the Universal Acceptance Steering Group appointed Vijay Shekhar Sharma, who is the founder of Paytm, as its ambassador. And you can also see here Internet Panel on Languages Ropes Payment, Paytm founder Vijay Shekhar Sharma as ambassador. And Universal Acceptance Steering Group is an international organization that works on the developing and recommending standards for the language script which are not currently used for accessing the internet. That's why this organization is very, very important. And the group is supported by the global internet body, the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Number, which is also known as ICANN. So remember, ICANN is responsible for internet protocols, internet protocol address space allocation, protocol identifier assignment, and other things. And its headquarters is in Los Angeles in United States of America, and this organization was founded in 1998. But you can also remember about Paytm. Paytm headquarters is in Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Remember, the founder is Vijay Shekhar Sharma. But you can also remember the other names here, like Varun Sharma, very famous actor, and also one name with Varun Sharma, it is Vijay Raj. Vijay Raj, again very versatile actor. Both are appointed as a brand ambassador of Ease My Trip. Ease My Trip. Recently, both are appointed as a brand ambassador of Ease My Trip. Next is PV Sindhu and Neeraj Chopra. Both are appointed as the brand ambassador of Disney Baiju early learning application. Early learning application. So remember this. Moving to next question. IMD launched India's first climate hazard and vulnerability atlas. So this is again very important. This is India Meteorological Department, which comes under the Ministry of Earth Sciences, launched India's first climate hazard as well as the vulnerability atlas. So Dr. Jitendra Singh, who is currently the Union Minister of this Ministry of Earth and Sciences, launched India's first climate hazard and vulnerability atlas based on the 13 most hazardous meteorological events which cause extensive damages and economic, human and animal losses. And the atlas provide a range of vulnerability for every Indian district with the risk ranging from like nil, low, moderate, high and very high categories. And the atlas provides information on 9 types of climate hazards like you can say wind hazard, extreme rainfall, lightning, dust storm, hailstorm, fog, drought, cyclone, etc. And the 4 new Doppler weather radars were also inaugurated, and these 4 Doppler weather radars will be established in Mumbai, in Delhi, in Chennai, and one will be in Leh, or you can say the Union Territory of Leh and Ladakh. So just remember, this is very important, but you have to remember this is launched by IMD department, which is known as India Meteorological Department. Moving to next question. Ministry of Information and Technology at work on smart system to speed up citizen services delivery. So this question is not so much important. It is just a information for you because it is launched by Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology. So you can see here, it is to speed up the citizen services delivery through the help of advanced technology such as like artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing, so that we can provide best to best services to the public. And the reason behind the project is to offer government services to the citizen without them having to apply or wait for it. And at the next phase of e-governance, the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology initiated a new project which is known as Digital Governance Mission. So this project is known as Digital Governance Mission. And the government launched this National E-Governance Mission over 15 years ago when it digitized the government services like you can say passport, land records, certificates, income tax in the mission mode. So that's why this is very important. Moving to next section, it is our important question section. But first of all, you have to like this video, share this video as maximum as possible, and please subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform and join our Telegram group from the description box link. Here is the question. Indian government offered a USD 500 million line of credit to help which country for the purchase of the petroleum products? So earlier we discussed this question, like yesterday we discussed one question about this country, and this country is Sri Lanka. Answer of this question is A. So the Indian government offered a USD 500 million USD line of credit to help Sri Lanka for the purchase of petroleum products as it is struggling with the fuel and the energy crisis. So remember, energy crisis in Sri Lanka. So recently RBI has extended over US $900 million loan to Sri Lanka that are being utilized by the Sri Lanka to build up its depleted foreign reserve and for food imports. And the financial aid is on the lines of the India's commitment to the contribute in the Sri Lanka's economic growth and to strengthen the bilateral economic and the commercial partnership. So we already discussed this question yesterday. And remember about Sri Lanka, 2 capitals are there. One is Sri Jayawardene Kotte and second one is Colombo. Moving to our next question, but you can also see here this picture. Now moving to the one-liner important point. Here is the first IEA report, which is International Energy Agency report. India's annual power consumption to grow at 6.5% in 2022 to 2024. Because recently a report was released which is named as Electricity Market Report, and this report is published by International Energy Agency, and power demand in India is expected to grow at annual rate of 6.5% between 2020 and 2024, and it is backed by rising consumption from the residential as well as the industrial segment. And remember, India clocked the highest 10% year-on-year growth in the power demand during the 2021 calendar year. And global electricity demand grew by 6% in the year of 2021. And the majority of the supply growth in 2021 to 2024 is expected in China. The majority demand will increase in China. But remember about International Energy Agency, this organization is very important. So remember, its headquarter is very important. Headquarter is in Paris, France, and it was established in the year of 1974. Next, India's offer USD 500 million line of credit to Sri Lanka. We already covered this question. Next, Flipkart launched two new programs. One is Flipkart Leap Ahead and second is Flipkart Leap Innovation Network. So, on the occasion of the first National Startup Day, which was observed on 16th of Jan 2022, Flipkart announced two programs. One is Flipkart Leap Ahead and second is Flipkart Leap Innovation Network. And both will identify wider and the relevant market opportunities for the selected startups. And the Flipkart Leap was involved in the two new programs. And in July 2021, Flipkart Leap program graduated its first cohort with 8 startups. So that's why this program is very, very important. Next, Reliance Industries Limited picks 54% stake in robotics startup which is known as AdVerb Technologies for $132 million. So Reliance Retail Ventures Limited, which is the retail unit of Reliance Industries Limited, has acquired 54% stake, which is the majority stake in the AdVerb Technologies Private Limited, which is a Noida-based robotics startups, and it is for 983 crore rupees. And with this investment, Reliance has become a strategic partner of the AdVerb Technology, and with this funding, AdVerb Technology plans to deploy robots across the hospitals and the airports. Next, ICAAP and NCDC. Two organizations are basically there. One is International Cooperative Alliance Asia and the Pacific, and second is NCDC, which stands for National Cooperative Development Corporation, jointly release a handbook on the Sahakar Pragya good practices for the cooperatives. Not important, it is just a compendium of the guidelines, resources, methodology, key learning, case studies of the best performing cooperatives in India and abroad, along with the outcomes and the impact. So it will serve as an action plan to help entities to become self-reliant, competitive and the successful. Not important, just read this line. Next, 17th National Disaster Response Force Raising Day, 19th of Jan 2022. So this day was basically observed by one of the very important force of India, which is National Disaster Response Force, and its raising day was observed on 19th of Jan 2022. It marks the foundation of NDRF under the Ministry of Home Affairs, MHA, on 19th of Jan 2006. So it was created in the year of 2006. So this is the 17th NDRF raising day. And remember, this National Disaster Response Force is a specialized force that is capable of responding to various types of disasters, including building collapses, landslides, devastating floods, cyclones in India and abroad. And it's a Director General, you have to remember. Director General is Atul Karwal. Atul Karwal. Now we are moving to the next question. It is the question of the day. What is the question of 19th of Jan? Which of the following rate is decided by the market conditions and not by the RBI? So if you see the options, bank rate, statutory liquidity ratio and cash reserve ratio, first three options are the part of monetary policy, and monetary policy is basically constructed by Monetary Policy Committee. So it means you can say major role comes under RBI. So all three rates are decided by RBI. Only inflation rate is not decided by the RBI. It is according to the markets selling and purchasing, or you can say according to the demand and supply. So answer of this question is D. Moving to next question, it is the question of the day. Which of the following is not a method of credit control? Which of the following is not a method of credit control? So you have to tell me answer only in the comment rate. Please comment only in the comment box. I am waiting your answer, and please like this video, share this video as maximum as possible, and please subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform, and join a Telegram group. Press this bell button so that you can receive the notification on time, and it is Affairscloud promise that it will boost your confidence in the general awareness section. Definitely don't take life so much serious. Life is fun. Always be happy like this smiley. Thank you guys. Take care and bye bye.